How's it going, guys? Sam Luce here with iZotope. Today I'm excited to share with you Trash Lite. Now, Trash is a fan favourite distortion tool, first introduced by iZotope in 2003. 2 decades later, this incarnation combines the most popular features of the past with a fresh new look and a whole new take on the joy of breaking things. Trash is available as a desktop plugin for Mac and PC. Trash is also the first product in the iZotope product line to be available on iPad for use with Logic Pro for iPad. Both the desktop and iPad versions of Trash also include a free Trash Lite mode so that everyone can get a piece of the new Trash for free. Today we're going to focus on that free Trash Lite for desktop to see exactly what you can do with this free plugin. The whole Trash ethos is about the art of distortion, mangling and transforming your sound, giving you endless possibilities and helping you to embrace the chaos of distortion in many different ways. It's a great way of really messing with the sound and getting something wild out of it. But that spectrum is fairly broad and you can go really crazy with distortion or just a gentle touch, as we're going to see in a moment. One new feature that I want to introduce you to straight away is the dice next to the presets, which, as you've probably guessed, is kind of like a roll the dice and see what happens kind of thing. This is going to be great where you just need to get out of a creative rut, throw your sound through a mangler and get something amazing out the other side. I'm just going to play you a few presets at random. I'm going to give you some sound samples and just roll that dice to see what Trash Lite is all about. Nothing prepared, nothing pre-programmed. This is just whatever Trash comes up with for me. Trash is all about character. It's all about having fun breaking things and embracing the beauty of imperfection. With Trash Lite, we have free reign over 4 different distortion algorithms and we can freely blend between them using the XY pad. By the way, the installer for Trash is the same as Trash Lite. It's all in the same package. You can unlock it when you purchase the full version of Trash on the iZotope website. Just input your new serial into Trash Lite and it will turn into Trash, with all the extra features like multi-band mode, impulse response loader, envelope follower, and some more great effects. So let's see how much fun we can have breaking a few tracks. Let's give them some edge. We'll go steady on some sounds and go pretty wild on some others. Let's just familiarize ourselves with the interface first so we know what we're doing. It's really simple. Drive is all about the input coming into the plugin, so we can make it super crunchy or back it off a little bit. Let's take a listen. The tilt control is going to brighten or darken the output, and that is based around the frequency just here. So it's like a tilt. One side comes up as the other comes down. You can get some really bright grinding distortion, or you can get something kind of subdued and low-endy, but really full sounding. Then the mix is about blending the wet and dry signals together. So you can have some of the original signal in there, but then bring in a little bit of the character of Trash. You've got a global mix up the top, which is like a mix for the entire plugin, how much of the entirety of everything going on in the plugin is going to be blended into your signal. And then you've got an auto gain, so that your input is going to be matched by your output, so you're not getting any wild rising signal. And then the limiter is going to be on or off, so that you can protect the output from any stray peaks. This XY pad is really the essence of the plugin, and it's going to allow you to tune your sound in a really fun way. We've also got another dice which is going to randomize the distortion algorithm. So this is essentially a way of having 4 different types of distortion loaded in and giving you the ability to blend between them. So dragging the node up to the top left in this instance is going to give me more of the hard limits kind of sound. But if I bring that more to the right, it's going to blend in that amp drainer. Then down the bottom I can get grainy, soft tacho, or I can bring it into the middle to have an even blend of all of them. It's a creative way of helping you blend between different settings to get something cool. Let's just play with these controls and see what kind of distortion sounds we can achieve. You can also automate this like you would any other parameter in your DAW to give you even deeper control. At its core, Trash is a wave shaper, so it's taking the incoming signal and mapping it to the new output signal based on the current shape that's shown in the curve. You'll see in the presets menu for the individual quadrants of the XY pad that some of the shapes are fairly simple and some are complex. Typically, the more complex the shape, the more the sound is going to differ from the original due to the complex nature of the harmonics that are being applied. If you've got some really aggressive wave shaping being applied, then the sound is going to get pretty understandably aggressive and far from the input. But Trash Lite can also add a little character to different instruments in a more subtle way. You can use this on any instrument you like. Let's check out a few now. You can get Trash Lite completely free by jumping over to iZotope.com now, as well as some other free plugins like Vocal Doubler, Vinyl, and loads more. Once you get your free copy of this plugin, I want you to come back to this video and let me know what you're using it on. Let me know how you're using it in your productions and how you're enjoying it. Let me know down there in the comments. I'll see you again soon. Take care.